Welcome everybody to a short installment of Rimworld. Basically, while we just wait for the last few mods to update to 1.2.2, I figured what we would do with this series, as I've kind of talked about briefly, is we'll do a series that's a little bit closer to vanilla. What I've got is actually a larger mod pack than I intended to make, I will admit. It's a mod pack that basically has gameplay changes, but doesn't really add anything new outside of the vanilla expanded suite. But let's be honest, vanilla expanded is basically just a base game anyway, right? I'll put a full link to the mod pack with all of the separate mods, obviously credits in the description as always. Make sure you go check those out and of course give a thumbs up and like to all the mods that you enjoy. So, what's the plan this time around? To be honest, the plan for me is just going to be checking out 1.2 in a relatively small series. So I'm thinking we'll go for Rich Explorer. We had a massive colony last time, so let's completely flip the schedule over and go for just a single person. I've already designed a slight scenario here with kind of an idea, but I wanted to do a proper scenario design and a proper deep dive into the new 1.2 kind of custom difficulty thing on video, because we've never done it before. And I thought if I set it all up in advance, some of you who might not have access to Rimworld will miss out on that. So what we're doing this time is it is just Rich Explorer. Now, I want to check out all of the cool new psychic powers. You know, it's kind of the big part of this version of Rimworld of 1.2, and obviously 1.1 had a lot of stuff as well, but to check out the psychic abilities, especially the new Empire system. So that's probably what we're going to be sticking around this side, is becoming friends with the Empire, using that to get off the planet if we decide to go that far with the series, but really just checking out the psychic powers. What I've done to add to the chaos here is I've taken the base Rich Explorer scenario. I've added it so that characters explode in a radius of 2. It's a bomb, so it's not going to light fire to everything. It's not going to cause too much chaos, but it does mean that as we're spell slinging and has, you know, explosions, there's the whole new grenade system too, which is going to be quite fun, a whole new tool system. It's going to make things a little bit more hectic, a little bit more chaotic, but to balance that out, we'll give ourselves some bonuses. Again, it's only meant to be a short kind of research series anyway, so we've got some mods that basically allow us to streamline things. You know, we can grow resources using the VGP resource growing mod, so I think it's actually relatively balanced as well. But anyway, Psi Focus is down to 25, and casting time is down by 50%. We're also starting with tree sowing because I've added a mod that lets us grow anima trees so that we can use the psychic link with nature meditation as well if we want to. Along with that, here's the real big thing that we're going to take a look at, and that's of course the custom difficulty mode. We played Perry last time. I've never actually played Diego. Believes in the best stories of violent ones facing unfavorable odds when go down in Blaze of Glory. I mean, if there's any way we're going to look at the new spell system, I think this is kind of a cool way to do it. So we'll take him and we'll customize him and see what this is all about. Now, I have almost no experience. I just basically saw what it was about when I was setting up the mod pack, but didn't actually really get into it too much. So this is going to be interesting. Wow, so you can change the actual threat scale. To be honest, it's a little kind of throwing me off already, because I don't know, say for example, what is merciless difficulty? You know, what does that count as with regards to the threat scale? I have no idea. We don't want to go too hard on it, because another feature that we're going to do with this series, again to test out some of the Empire stuff, is we're going to try and take every single quest that comes our way from the Empire. So it's probably already going to be very, very difficult without taking into account raids and incidents and whatever else we've got going on here. So we're going to leave that as it is. I think that looks fine. To give us a bit more of a bonus, because we are going to be building, you know, all those crazy mega structures, looking after animals, whatever else, I'm going to give us like a small bonus here. Well, it's actually quite a significant bonus, isn't it? With regards to food. Again, this is just an experiment series. It's not meant to be a challenge series. It's meant to be kind of a fun little overpowered one. You know, kind of like we did with Robo Daddy. Research speed, by comparison, I'm going to crank that right up. Because if we're starting with a Rich Explorer, I want to hit the ground running with it. You know, we don't want to be here for hours waiting for research like we were with the last series. Quest rewards. As we are taking every quest, I think we deserve to be rewarded a bit higher for it. Raid loot, not bothered by that. I don't really do it too much, do I? Turret rearm cost, let's drop that down just because we are starting with Rich Explorer. And Scarrier Rot Chance. I think we're fine leaving that as it is, given that we've got Butchering Yield up by 20% as well. Now, to make up for this, we don't have any prosthetic mods. Like I said, we've got no new mods to add new things besides the vanilla expanded suite. So the only things that will really affect Harvest Yield or bonuses like that will be tools. But we have no crazy prosthetics. It's all just base game stuff. We've got over here, General. Oh, you can just basically give your colonists a permanent... Oh, wow. That's quite tricky. I like that. What we'll do is we'll just leave it at 0 for the timing. Food poison chance. That's fine. I really don't mind all of this stuff, to be honest with you, staying with it how it is. Friendly fire, I'm actually going to increase, because friendly fire is quite generous in Rimworld. But to counter that, I'm going to lower the chance of an instant kill down to 85%. So we take more damage from our own shots, so we do have to be more careful in that regard, but the chance of actually killing one of our own people accidentally is slightly lower. I think that's a cool combo, right? One of the big things that we've got that changes the base game generation is a lot of map adjustment mods. I'll show some of those off when we get into game. But you'll notice that we'll get kind of maybe more mountainous maps, ones with more ruins, things like that. Just basically, like I said, things that change the base game rather than add new things here. Everything else is fine. There is something cool. So there's this thing as well, Fixed Wealth Progress mode. This makes it so, and we've kind of played with a mod that does very similar things to this previously. This makes it so that the only thing that matters to difficulty is the amount of time you've been there rather than wealth. That's fine if you manage it correctly. If you're bringing a load of colony wealth very suddenly with you know, exploits, ambushing, trade caravans, whatever else, you can end up putting a lot of extra difficulty on your back. Say, for example, using the Vegetable Garden mod. What was that crazy mod we played before? It was the Vegetable Garden Three Sisters mod. That one gave us a lot of plants and it gave us a lot of wealth, but of course we couldn't defend ourselves, so we just got killed immediately. With this one, that's not too difficult. That will give you a lot of bonuses. But for strictly base game Rimworld, I probably wouldn't enable that. That's good balancing if you're playing with, say, or that would be in your favor if you're playing with a lot of overpowered mods. So we'll leave it at how it is. All right, and we've still got to pick. Reload anytime, just in case we get some crashes. Planet size, tiny. Let's go for 15% globe coverage. Oh no, let's crank the temperature slightly. Maximum rainfall, why not? And then let's lower the amount of factions that are generated. As long as we've got an empire. Oh, this is weird. Are you okay? I'd be pretty angry too, to be fair, if my entire city sunk. That's quite a cool little map. I like it. Depending on where we spawn, though, we're obviously going to piss off a lot of people, so we've got to be careful. There actually might not be enough room for us here. Which one to try, like here? What's that? 1.8 degrees average temperature. Christ. What if we go there? We can't be adjacent to the cowboys. Go like there. I think it's a little bit small. Let's generate a slightly larger world then to make up for that. 30% globe coverage instead. Oh, that's better. Okay, cool. What have we played recently? We played on kind of plains but hills. We go for a mountain base this time. We haven't done a mountain base for a little while. What have we got kicking around here? Savannah. I don't think I've ever played on a savannah before. We go desert. That way we're also quite close to the Empire. I don't think I've ever played desert before. That would be interesting. We do have the opportunity to till soil with vanilla expanded. Sure, it's arid shrubland as well. It's not desert, but it will be quite tricky. I don't think I've ever played on that. Sure, let's do it. Let's go for a biome we've never checked out before. Now, I have already made one character, just as kind of a baseline thing. But I was also thinking, why don't we make a lunatic, like a crazed psychopath, so that we can see some of the new meditation types, where they can meditate, you know, in a tomb or something like that. So I've already made Hocus Poker, our beautiful Ironworld misandrist and misogynist. So she hates everybody, but she's quite skilled as a result. She also may or may not be a magical girl. She does start with an L-Tech staff and an L-Tech shirt. This literally just came to me, so I figured we might as well just make ourselves a bit of a psychopath too. Let's go ahead and random them. I can think of a name. I'm pretty happy with this guy. We've got Mondo Stab, the corporate manager. Now, I figured this guy, psychopath, bloodlust, but for a nice contrast to that, he's also a master diplomat and a master medic, because, you know, the devil's got to be charming, right? So we've got this guy who's a complete murder house, but also takes great care of his friends. And his people obviously can't make friends because he's a psychopath. For no reason at all, I also decided to give him a love enhancer and a venom gland, because it made me laugh, and that was the only reason. Hocus Poker and Mondo Stab. This might be my favorite starting couple we've ever had in the game. This is phenomenal. Okay, and they've got, obviously, quite an overpowered skill set. What difficulty are we playing on again? I don't really know what difficulty that correlates to. Maybe I should have upped the threat. Anyway, the difficulty, independent of the actual game difficulty, is going to come from the fact that we are going to try and accept every single quest. By every single quest, I mean every single quest that doesn't conflict with the Empire. So the one to take on the deserts we won't bother with, because we don't want to get access to psychic powers. But we'll do everything else, you know, as long as it doesn't upset the Empire. Oh my god, look at this map. Oh, wow. Holy shit, this is insane. Oh, that's so cool. So what I've actually got enabled right now then, to talk about the map generation, is I have configurable maps, funnily enough. So we've got slightly higher ore density, slightly higher geyser density. High mountain level is the important one there. But yeah, wow, this is really cool. And so they can get to us from this side. We could potentially get raids coming in there. They can get through here as well. But for the most part, if raiders want to come to our base, they have to go through the caves. So if we put a wall or like an embrasure net around there, and then blocked all this stuff off, maybe even open this up too, we could force all the raiders to come through the caves. This is a really nice base. Look at that, huh? We've got an anima tree right on the beach. This is luxury. I'm actually really happy about that spawn point. Holy shit. Well, here we are then. We do have a little bit of rich soil to start with. But again, we are playing an arid shrubland. Now, one thing I did to balance that was I did increase the amount of fertile soil. As you can see, it worked perfectly. We've got all of about 40 squares. Wow. Yeah, no, I'm genuinely quite impressed with this one. This one's really cool. Hocus Pocus, grab your magic wand. Mondo doesn't use a magic wand. Mondo uses a gun. He's not messing around here. I'm almost certain that if we were to dig into this mountainscape, that we would open up probably another large area. So what I'm thinking we do is, let's not do that unless we get desperate. Look, you can clearly see that there's an opening behind this area here. So let's avoid mining into the mountain if possible. Let's try and use this area effectively, because raids obviously can't spawn on, or at least as far as I know, raids can't spawn on a part of the map you haven't uncovered yet. So there's a lot more opportunity to be had just kind of sticking to the area we're in. This is cool. I'm genuinely very impressed. Okay, let's get to work. Welcome to Rimworld. So, first things first. Trees. How are we looking for trees? Not good. So we actually might want to... We actually did start with tree sowing, like I said, and that's kind of had the bonus of there not being much wood right now. We could double down on it. I could be quite strict about this episode about saying, let's only build with bricks. No wooden structures. Bear in mind, we've been bitten many, many times by wooden structures. So there is kind of like a lot of steel floating around. Got a lot of bricks we could take apart of here. In fact, we could probably turn that into a base. I don't really want to make a mountain base, to be honest with you. There's a lot of stuff to be taken apart. Okay. Well, first things first, let's set up a schedule then. I'm liking the look of these guys. This is going to be quite a fun little... even if it just does only go on for a week or whatever, I think this is going to be quite a fun little adventure we're sending on here. I'm using my usual strategy here of just kind of blanking out everything we're not going to be using for the time being. What I've done is I've set hunting, I've set plant cutting and mining to highest priority, so that means we've got to be careful about what we designate. We can't just go butt wild and say, you know, mine all here. But as long as we're careful with it, they will still focus on the important stuff first, like meals, for example. Why don't we immediately then get down a growing zone on this patch? See if we can. Let's do it like that first, and then we'll expand it out the other way to match up there. Very nice. And it's that aloe. Oh, it's agave. Of course, it's agave, you fool. What are we going to put down here? We've got like what mod adds? Wasabi, vanilla cooking expanded. Oh, cool, for sushi. We could turn people. Oh, I wish I'd have made them cannibals. We could have made a cannibal sushi farm. Damn it! I suddenly remembered they're both cannibals. Wow, what a coincidence, huh? Who'd have thought of that? Cannibal Sushi Farm is officially on. That wasn't the point of this series. Oh well, never mind. Here we are. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just the psychic and the psychopath. Oh, that's also a good name. Damn, I don't even know what to call this one anymore. Oh, do we want potatoes? Probably not. Let's go for something that has a high fertility requirement. Because there are plants added that require that high fertility soil, but give a lot in return, don't they? Like beets, for example. 110% there. They will continue to grow through the winter. They can be planted. Yeah, okay. So 110% on that one. We're looking for something that can take the best use of the soil, but only maybe in the small zone. What was it we were growing before? Honestly, don't remember. Something that had a really high soil requirement. Chemroot, that was the one. Yeah. So it's 120 requirement, but for 100 sensitivity, you were able to grow yourself chem fuel. If we wanted to do that, we could only put it here. I guess it wouldn't hurt to start working on chem fuel already kind of fairly early on. Okay, let's do it. Let's get on with that. And then we'll just put down a regular kind of growing zone somewhere else, huh? Just stick it up here, right? We'll do something 15 by 10. I mean, we probably can't grow it over the top of that steam geyser if I were to guess. Let's put down something like that. Potato plant. Now, I actually saw something in one of Amphibian's playthroughs where he had these labels on his growing zones. It's in his light series, actually. So I figured I want that. That's actually quite useful to see at a glance what we've actually got growing here. So I don't know. Let's just go for rice immediately. Hey, if we're making a potentially cannibal sushi restaurant, that's fine by me. We'll get that down. And then we've got some chem fuel going down too. For the time being, let's go ahead and forbid that one and let them work on the rice first. We'll do that when we've got a bit of spare time. Along with that, we'll start designating some things to be taken apart. So we'll just start, I don't know, ripping apart. What do you think? Like all of the... Where's the deconstruct button? There it is. Sorry, I'm relatively new to Rimworld. I haven't really played much so far. We'll go ahead and take down all of the... kind of the structures here. The what are these things called again? You know, sculptures. We'll take those down. And then if we need some more building materials, we'll take the floors up afterwards, because that generally takes quite a lot longer than it does just to knock down a wall. How are they doing? What was that I just saw pop up then? I want to see if they're becoming friends or not. Mondo said a word about recreation to Hocus. Mondo made a comment about guilty pleasures to Hocus. You know, I could really go for a bite of something to eat. And how they chuckled at the thought of stuffing people into a tasty sushi roll. Talked about food again. I saw that. Hondo and Moto joked about food. I'm telling you, these guys want the restaurant. This might have been a machination of my mind, but the characters are encouraging it. Incredible. Okay. I mean, that's great. I'm more than happy to do that one. Let's go ahead and set them up for schedule too. For the first day, I'm going to do kind of, again, the usual tactic of forcing them to work a little bit longer, at least until we can get like a structure down. I think that's probably not a bad idea. So get them just to quickly rip that apart as fast as possible. We've got sandstone blocks. If we can give them both a separate bedroom too, would be ideal. Bearing in mind that, oh, because we've got, okay, so I actually left medieval enabled, which I don't normally do. That's quite fun though. Got a cobblestone wall out of sandstone chunks. I assume it's terrible, right? Capable of holding up. Yeah, -2 beauty. 75% cover effectiveness. Oh, wow. Oh, that's actually really good. Turn the chunks into an actual wall that you can shoot from behind. Okay, that's worth bearing in mind then. That's better than sandbags. Rather tragically, one of my favorite mods, the Draggable Corners mod, is not updated for the current version of Rimworld. So unfortunately, I have to place straight lines like a peasant. Bit of a shame, but we'll, I'm sure I'll get used to it. Why don't we build on the desert rather than the kind of limited growing zones that we have? Bear in mind, it's not going to make much difference there. What are they about to knock down now? Going for like limestone, marble? Yeah, limestone. Let's let them get a few more blocks before I start planning it out. Otherwise, I'm going to have to quite literally do it a bit of a wall at a time. And quite late. They've almost finished with the deconstruction. Taking a little longer than I expected. There we are. Very nice. And now they are getting themselves a meal. More than happy with that. So I figured we might as well, you know, as the expression goes, the wise man built his house upon the sand. So that's what we're going to do this series. And, again, stick to keeping as many growing zones as possible here. So why don't we go for... How many limestone did they get out of that? Good God. 142. Again, it's quite difficult to plan... Oh, 227. Wow. It's quite difficult to plan the size of the base when I don't really know what we're working with here. Well, let's do that then. Let's do like another 50. And then we'll split that in half for bedrooms. So we'll say bedrooms can be relatively small this time. How big is that? 6 by 6. Got it. 6 by 6. There we are. And then they can just about have room to store some of their stuff. And that's pretty much all we can do for the time being. But I think that's fairly sufficient. Right, let's go for a couple of beds too. You got some sleeping spots for the time being. Oh, actually, they're a little bit larger than I expected now that I'm looking at it. Oh, well, never mind. And then let's make sure that construction is higher than deconstruction. We could crank that up to highest. Actually, I'm going to do that instead. Yeah, I think that's a better idea. Be careful. They've basically spent, you know, 24 hours now working, so I don't want to push them much further. Go critical. No rotten, if you don't mind. And that's all good, actually. We'll put some animal corpses over here as well. Again, the animals here are added by Vanilla Expanded, so there's really nothing new outside of that. I did accidentally leave on a mod that I was testing out. It's an alternate mod that gives immortality. That one is still enabled, but we won't be using it, basically, this series. I'll see if I can remove it without breaking the save after this episode's over. Do you want to be crank deliver right the way to the top so they'll put all the blocks down rather than keep running back and forth like this? I think it's probably a slightly better idea. There we are. Because that way when they're done, we can immediately just say, yeah, go on recreation now that the base is built. There we are. Perfect. Working as intended. Okay, cool. I don't think they've got much else to do after this, so they'll probably just start... Oh, Mondo, come on. You're almost done. There we are. Let's just go full-on recreation schedule now, I think. Give them a day to recover. And then we're good. We're already kind of hitting the ground running here. Now, in the interest of not getting our people horribly killed by insects, I am setting them a kind of limited area where they can't go into the cave. Thank God for that cougar, otherwise I would have completely forgotten to do this. So we'll go ahead and limit them all to area 1. There we are. I think that's fine. Hopefully the insects can't quite see them from there. It's very unlikely unless they end up wandering right to the cave entrance there. I think they've had long enough. What the hell was that? Oh, it was the cougar blowing up. Oh, animals blow up too? What the hell have I done? I don't know why that didn't occur to me that, of course, animals would probably blow up as well. Okay. Never mind, I guess. That's something we'll have to contend with later on. So I want to sleep between 8:30 and 7, right? So we'll do something like that. A couple hours of rec, and then they can work. Seems awfully generous. Yeah, well, that's because I've given them accidentally an hour more than I normally would. That's a little bit better. Perfect. Right, you guys back to work immediately. You've had more than enough sleep now. For the time being, I've set hauling to the highest priority so they can get everything back to the base as soon as possible. Then we can really see what we've got to work with here. I don't know why my... There we are. That's a little bit better. Right, let's go ahead and open that one back up for the time being. Perfect. So 31 meals. That's good to know. That way it'll stop shouting at me about preparing meals. 30 components and 315. Now, we've got a steam geyser right there. In fact, we've got 3 in our kind of initial spawn area. So if we could get that research done pretty quickly, that's a nice, consistent power supply, save building wind turbines, save messing around with solar panels or anything like that. It's always going to be consistent. So we'll be able to kind of estimate a little bit easier what we've got to work with. So I think that's probably top priority. Let's get a couple of luxuries down into the bedroom too. Honestly, why not? There we are. We've got 187 wood. We're not going to quite have enough if I go any more but wild. Oh, a table? Circular table. Oh, God. Is that legal? Is that allowed? Right, let's put down a couple of research benches then. So, back to this one. The simple research bench on... Do you want them both to research, or should we just have one person? We could fit it in the bedroom if we really want to ram them in there. For the time being, let's limit it to one person because we're also going to need somebody cooking and doing quite literally everything else. Sushi prep table. Wow, it's a separate thing entirely. What a bizarre mod for them to put all this effort into. Obviously, it looks incredible, but it's such a strange one. What are they doing? Were they going on a date? What was that about? Hocus laughed at Mondo's weight. Oh, well, you've already done running a great job there, my friend. Said a word about landmines. Yeah, he's dropping one right there. Wow. Hocus Pocus, by the way, was, I don't know if you caught the backstory there, was a firekeeper, so she had the tribal backstory, followed up by a Void Raider, because I thought that was a pretty cool backstory. What does Void Raider even do? Shooting 6, melee 6. Wow. God damn, I accidentally gave her quite a lot of stats, didn't I? Well, never mind. We're not going to use melee anyway, so you might as well scratch that one off, to be honest with you. Have a manager. Yeah, you do get a manager's desk to start off with. Okay, that's perfect. That way we can always make sure that the second a tree goes into harvestable, we can immediately get it chopped down without me having to look around it for the map or forgetting to designate things like that. We can ensure that we've always got that nice constant supply of wood. Now, I'm not going to build everything out of wood, just kind of the basic furniture, maybe even just to start off with here, and then we'll swap over to something else, especially because we do have vegetable gardens, so eventually we can grow crops. Now, bear in mind, the caveat to that is we don't have much land to grow on at all, and our kind of main area, our main source of fertility here, we're swapping out for camroot. Before I forget as well, let's go ahead and do something like this and cut through the mountain there to enable raiders, trade caravans, whatever, to get through without having to go through the caves. We could put a door on this side, that way raiders will still be blocked, but trade caravans can get through safely, whereas raiders will be forced to go through this one. At least I'm kind of hoping they'll be sensible enough to avoid the insects. I can't guarantee. Obviously, if trade caravan spawns in here and they see that the quickest route is through there, they're just going to get themselves killed. This is where the designatable trading spot would come in kind of handy. Oh, speaking of the devil, where the hell did they come from? Excuse me? Oh, they must have spawned in... I guess they could have spawned in up there, but they probably spawned in on the beach, right? Okay, well, let's see what they've got then. Oh, chef's hat. Funnily enough, you know... What needs some chef's hats? That might be our new restaurant. Oh, I should have sent in Mondo, right? Mondo's a much better diplomat. There we go. They sell a snake. I mean, ooh, okay. What have we got then? Do we really want any of this stuff? The medicine could come in handy, I will admit. So we'll buy some of that. We do have Glitter World medicine, obviously, but we'll save that for real emergencies. We'll buy that just to get some opinion. Oh, they do sell people. Okay. Careful shooter, inept, chemical fascination, psychically hypersensitive, I could be persuaded. Optimist, wimp, lazy, cannibal. Oh. Okay, I mean, that changes things. Join me. Brother, we've bought ourselves a cannibal friend. Purple. I do have 2 names left over from last series that I wasn't able to actually get in on time. So we have Don. Unfortunately, Don, you are a bit useless, so I have set you as our premium deliverer, hauler, and cleaner. The colony assistant. To put it as diplomatically as possible there. What have we got here? We got marble blocks, we got sandstone blocks. Okay, well, so let's get down some more walls, see if we can... This structure, I'm sorry, is going to look terrible, but it's either that or we build it out of wood, and I've been bitten too many times by wood, like I said. So let's do something like... Okay, let's do 6x6 again, why not? We might as well give him a decent bedroom. It looks larger, but I think that's just a trick of the light more than anything else. We'll get down the kind of basic bedroom stuff. We might as well make them as comfortable as possible, given that they are sleeping on sand for a while. Oh, just give your faction a name. The Society of Vegetarian Freedom, and then the settlement can be called Accidental Sushi Restaurant. This is the second time. Did we not build a sushi restaurant in the original Gen series? The original, was it Gene Corp? I don't remember, but that'd be a weird coincidence if we've done it twice now. Oh! Don! I took my eyes off him for a second and he's already got himself killed? Right, if we're going to be fighting the bugs, now's probably a good time to get down here, try and bail him out. Run, Don, run, run, run. Don. He's trying to get the bloody insect jelly, the fool. Run. Get out of there, Don. Come on, Don, please. They're passing by. That actually might be good timing. Hocus, can you do anything with that magic wand of yours? You just have to beat them with it. Oh, you know what? The Spellipede is backing off. Okay, you deserve that. God damn it. This is exactly why I set up Area 1. I've got to remember to try and stick to that in the future. Right, go get yourself some medical care then. I would say get yourself some bed rest, but unfortunately we don't have any of that. Are you not bleeding out? Oh, it was only very minor. Scratch scar on the torso there. Was that old? I assume so. Seeing as it bruised him on the torso quite clearly. Right, let's go for medical then. Hopefully that doesn't destroy the... Yeah, there we are. Doesn't destroy the outline. Rest until healed. Who was our best doctor? That's got to be Dr. Mondo, right? Now, he isn't the best doctor, but he has Master Medic, which I believe gives... Oh, you can't blame me for that one. You son of a bitch. You can't blame me for that. Oh, we walked into an insect nest and died. Oh, blame me for that. Sure. Okay, that seems reasonable. No. What the hell's happened there? Right, Mondo. Tend to Don. I think I accidentally said rest in hospital bed or something like that. 130%. No. No. None of that, thank you. The glitter tech stuff is sacred. That was unnecessary. 130%. Wow. Oh, God, that was quick. Okay, let's get to work on building then. Basically as soon as possible, if you guys don't mind. Hocus, I'm going to get you to... What do you think about keeping them awake a little bit longer again, messing up their schedule? Just so that these guys will get this base built pretty much ASAP. Otherwise, we're going to need to do research to get coolers or to get some sort of energy, and we're not going to have enough time at this rate. Oh, hello, Butterscotch the Fox. Sure, you know what? If we can save Butterscotch, honestly, why not? Let's put down a quick sleeping spot for you somewhere. Stick it in the bedroom, why not? Here you are, Hocus. I've got yourself a pet. Magical girl with a fox friend. Perfect. Hope they join us. Let's try and tame them as well. Oh, this is the one thing Don is useful for. He's a farmer. Oh, fantastic. Excuse me. How did you end up there? Area 1, and you've quite clearly walked out of Area 1. How have you done that? Area 1? Oh, God. She was going over here? Really? Fucking game. Sometimes drives me insane. Okay, my bad. Or because there was a single... I guess she was going over there to clean or something? I have no idea. Hocus is actually already gonna fucking die. Oh, that's unbelievable. Mondo, help me here. Oh, God, they're all coming in. Boomalope as well? You can't bring friends? Right, get down here. Help me. I'm so annoyed at you people. They've actually aggroed the entire bloody hive. We've got one weapon. Okay, here's the plan. Don. Right. I need you to see if you can bail out Hocus. See if you can rescue Hocus out of there by providing a... No. Don's going to provide a bodily distraction to get the Spellipedes to chase him down. Mondo's going to move in and rescue her. Right, let's see what we can do here. Right, punch that one. Bait them out. Run. Get him over here. Mondo, you need to get in there and rescue her. That's it. Bait a couple down. That's pretty good. Run. You need to haul us. Right, Mondo, come back up a second. Right, stop firing. Let them go after Don. No, this is all fucking falling apart already. Okay, haul. Move. We're fucked. We're dead already. Wow. What a crazy dream, huh? Mondo, I can't believe you dream of... I mean, he is bloodlust after all. Psychopathic bloodlust, I guess, influences your dreams a little bit like that, huh? Crazy. Who'd have thought that something like that could happen? Okay. I've manually dug out the pass-through there for traders and whatever else, for God's sake. Alright, okay, clear Area 1. Get rid of all this stuff. Don't let them even go down in that direction. I'm actually going to remove this area too, because I worry that they might, if they come in from the base trying to get up to there, it actually might be quicker for them to run through the caves and all the way through the top. So, we'll leave it like that for the time... What? Heatstroke! Oh, God! How is he this bad at video games? Unbelievable. Oh, I'm going to appear in that bloody article too if I'm not careful. Okay, hang on. Rescue. Run. Mondo, how's your heat stroke? Serious. Run. As fast as your little legs will carry you. Right. Don is getting more wood, right? We'll use that to get a passive cooler. Please run. Please run. Please run. How you feeling? Serious? How are we looking? 48%. Okay, should be able to get her home. Oh my god. How is he this bad at video games? I got complacent with the last series. You know, that really difficult series we just did. Let's get down to passive cooler then. You can deliver to that. And then Don's down as well. Daniel, don't do this. Mondo, how's it looking? He's fine. 54%. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it. Come on. Leave it there. Passive cooler. Go. It's all down to Don. So it's all down to Mondo. Excitement. So much excitement in the first episode. I genuinely almost got another game over. Oh no. My bad. He's getting extreme. Oh, he's getting heat stroke just sitting in his bedroom. What a fool. This room's down to 31. Oh, Don's back up. Little Don. Okay, I need another cooler here, Daniel. If that's not so much of a problem. It's dropping down to like 29. She might be able to get back up from that. It's only 29 degrees. It's not ideal though, is it? Shit. We need to get Mondo out of there. Help me. Beds, storage areas. That's fine. That would do. Right, boom. And then we go medical. We turn that one into prisoners, force him out of the bed. Done. And then we get Don to rescue Mondo. Perfect. Mondo's back up. Good news. Waiting in safe temperature. I agree. Sit there for a while. Safe temperature is apparently 33°C. She's not going to starve to death. We need to get more wood. So if you can bring back that wood for the passive cooler. How's it going, Don? Harvesting more trees. Brilliant. Between these two boys, we might save this colony. What a mess. What a mess. Oh, Mondo! Oh, we needed like a tiny little bit more wood. Okay. Hang on. Don't panic. We are going to have to take apart a dining chair. I didn't want to do it if we could avoid it. But we can do that. It's no problem. How are you looking? Serious? What are we looking at? 51%. Oh, God. Carry him. Run. Hole. It is going into nighttime, so don't panic too much. Okay, we're good. Right, get rid of that chair. Get up. Oh, God. Don's down too now. Oh, no, he's just asleep. That's fine. Okay, Mondo. Let's let the temperature drop. 37, 36. This is still not very good, is it? 71% on you. She's still at 87. She's actually gone up by 1%. Come on, Mondo. I need you back up. Unless we let Don risk it. Don, what's your construction skill? God help us all. Okay. Go on. Let's go for it. This is a horrible... He's up. Don't panic. Get out of there. Thank you, Don. Appreciate the offer. I love the fact that Don is so incompetent that Mondo rose from the grave to help with saving their lives. The Lord of the Messerhartum Empire died. The next Lord is Dora Russell. Good luck, Dora. Right, get this down. We're good. No, where are you going? I was going for his charge rifle. Oh, to be fair, he's only on initial. Wow, they cooled off pretty fast, huh? Lucas is back up. Good work. Okay, come back. What are you doing? Hauling wood to wooden dresser. As long as we've got somewhere with a safe temperature now, we've got nothing really to worry about. Completely forgot about the, may or may not have completely forgot about the heat wave because of all the excitement we had with the insects. Okay, geothermal power then. That's first on the menu. Is it ambitious? Absolutely, but I think it's what we need. Torch lamp. Can we maybe just get a tiny little bit of electricity going before we rely on this? We could put a wind turbine down, no problem, because there's no plants that can grow here. As far as I know, I don't know if a cactus can maybe block it. There we go, good stuff. And we can put down a cooler now instead of passive coolers. Madness, I know. To be fair, it's 19 in there, so that'd be fine. A little bit of a waste of wood, but not a big deal overall. Right, let's go ahead and flip that into... I was going to say flip it back into a bedroom. It's 30 degrees, so I guess that's livable at least now. The research is beginning. I'm going to change the managing job then to... I set it to every hour so we could get it done quickly. We'll set it to daily. Even that's a little bit... Maybe a little bit optimistic. I've set all trees. Hopefully they won't knock down the acacia tree. Oh, sorry, the anima tree, seeing as they normally do that one. We're good. We're safe. We're fine. And everything, more importantly, is going extremely well. Thank you all for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this one. It's been an interesting start to what is probably going to end up being quite an interesting series. It's only going to be a short one, like I said, just to get used to some of the new features and kind of reacclimatize myself, reset ourselves from the previous series, which had a lot of kind of weird aspects to it. This one is just kind of Rimworld, maybe taken a little bit to the extreme. Thank you to our executive coffee producers of the day, including Slow King 1710, Nikki Sticks, Hoofenspiel, White Stormin, Aramis, Commissar Taj, One of Daz, Patty Pat Pies, John H, Sir Thor the Swede, Felpy, Dave Ash, Chipple Grown, Milo Eyes, Silent Sentinel, and Crow Skull for their support over at the executive tiers over on Coffee. A big thank you as well goes out to our final Patreons ever. Scott, Zulu, Distorted Triangle, Caden Carter, Arctic, Pelvis Presley, Scorched, Kyle, Zazzy7011, Bacon Kitten, Buen Gun, Tanosta, Blue the Bard, James Shea, and Gogolus. A big thank you to those guys for their support as well. We are closing down the Patreon page. Well, not closing it down, but I'm basically making it just so that it's no rewards. It's just an archive, basically, and a spare platform in case anything bad ever happens, so I'm just keeping that there. Thank you as well to our supporters, including Emily, Ultra Spider 2000, Cat, Prometheo, Deadly Kitten Hunt, Infectious, Number 5, Mr. Streamer's Little Slut, Matthewson T, Mantle, Argus, Domus, or Dommies, Big Chungus, and Varlord. And then finally for our final patrons ever, Squirty, Dion, Lost World, Keith, Jackson P, Talar, K-Shot, Udrikhan, Zerato, Moondoggy, Varlo, Silent Sentinel, Anchor, Lampy, and Peanut Gorilla. Thanks to all of those people. Hope you guys enjoyed this series. It's going to be a weird one.